everyone, myself Niyati Chauhan, Assistant Professor at LG Institute of Engineering and Technology, Department of Instrumentation and Control. Our subject is Safety Instrumented System. Unit 8, Initial System Evaluation. So let's start today's session. In today's session, we will discuss why systems should be analyzed before they are built. Okay. Ideally, would you rather perform a hazard and operability study on a plant before you build it or afterwards? Okay. So here we are discussing about hazard and operability study, right? When we are performing and analyze our system. The obvious answer is before, but not everyone who is asked this question realize the real reason why this system should be analyzed before they are built. Okay, it's cheaper to redesign the plant on paper. The alternative would be to rebuild the plant after the fact. The same applies to study safety systems. So next is caveats. Okay. Simple model may be calculated and solved by hand. As more factors are accounted for, however, manual methods become rather unwieldy. It's possible to develop spreadsheets or other computer program to automate the process. A major drawback of some model is often not what they include, but what they do not include. One can model a replicated system according to one vendor's optimal assumptions, and the model it will more realistic of assumption and change the answer by for order of magnitude. So here we are discussing about why systems should be analyzed before they are built. So this is some reasons here we have discussed in this session. Then after next, as described above, the section 8.1, things are not as intuitively obvious as one may miss, right? Means in last lecture we have discussed about things are not as intuitively obvious as may miss. Okay? Means as we are thinking, all things are not easy for performing very well. Deciding which system is appropriate for a system application is not always a simple matter. It's therefore important to be able to analyze a system in a qualitative manner. While qualitative analysis may be imprecise as will be stressed shortly, they are nevertheless a value exercise for the following reasons. Okay, so here we have mentioned some reasons. First reason, they provide an early indication of a system's potential to meet the design requirement. Then second, they enable life cycle cost and comparisons. They enable one to determine the weak link in the system, okay, and fix it if necessary. They allow an apples to apples comparison between the different offerings. Okay, so here we have discussed some reason, right? First, that is for indication. Second, for enable life cycle cost comparison. And then third, determine the weak link in the system. And fourth, for comparison. Thereafter, next is where to get failure rate information. In order to analyze and predict the performance of a system, one needs performance, that is failure rate, data of all the components. First, maintenance record. Second, vendor record. Third party databases, military style calculation. First, discuss maintenance record. Hopefully, each facility has maintenance record indicating failure rate of safety related devices in the plant. The process safety management regulation, here we are discussing standard, and which is studied in chapter 1, and standard is 29 CFR 1910.119, appendix C part 9. Okay, states that users should be keeping this sort of data. Many plants do in fact have the information, and although it may not initially be altered in a usable fashion. Plant maintenance records are the best potential source of data. They are most representative of the application. Environment maintenance practice and vendor of concern. Although obtaining statistically significant sample size are important. Thereafter, next, vendor record. One could ask vendors, but feedback from those who have tried is not very encouraging. Note that the 1996 version of ANSI ISA 84.01 stated the logic salt suppliers was supposed to provide such data. Vendor failure rate data, especially for field devices, generally does not take into consideration process or environmental factors. A device will most likely fail sensor in a dirty corrosive service than in a clean service. Okay, so here we discussed for vendor record. Thereafter, third party databases. There are commercially available databases from the offset, chemical and nuclear industry as well as general data. This information has been complicated and made available for everyone use in the form of book and electronic databases. These databases are readily available, although not always cheap. They represent the second best potential source of data. Then after 4, a military style calculation. The military was faced with this problem decades ago. When a nuclear submarine receives the launch code, one wants to know the likelihood of communication system. working properly using some measure other than height. So some problem faced as a military calculation, right? So they have discussed about it. Then after next, the military developed a technique for predicted failure rate of electronic component and giving the name MIL HDBK 217. Okay, so this question also can be asked in MCQ in 1 marks. Then after next, the handbook has gone through numerous revisions and has long been the subject of much controversy. Okay, and at last, many vendors now provide failure rate data using the military style calculation. So here we have got data from military. Okay, and here we have discussed about it. Then after next, performing the calculation is even a required for some of the safety certification. However, the calculations may not account for all factors or failure that user may experience out in the real world. Then after next is failure mode. So safe and dangerous failure, then detected or undetected failure, safe or dangerous failure. Okay, so let's see. It may be somewhat of simplification, but safety systems are considered to fail in two ways. First, system may initiate nuisance trip. They may shut down the plant when nothing is actually wrong. And second, the term used in standard for this type of failure is fail-safe failure. Okay. So next, when systems suffer to make safe failure like this, people tends to lose confidence in them and the system may be bypassed as a result. Then after next is detected or undetected failures. So here you can see in this figure, at top side safe failure, then dangerous failure at bottom side, then after detected and undetected. So first lambda SD. So lambda SD, that means safe failure detected. Lambda SU, that means safe failure undetected. Then lambda DD, that means dangerous detected, and lambda DU, that means dangerous undetected. Okay. If you have any question in this session, then you can ask me. Thank you for watching video.